everyone, this is Damien from the Learning English Through Football team. I hope we're all doing well and that you enjoyed all the World Cup qualifying matches that were taking place over the past week. Now, on this Football Language podcast, we will look at some of the words and phrases that have emerged from the past week's qualification process for the 2022 World Cup. There is, of course, a transcript to go with this podcast. It's great for teaching and learning English. And if you have any questions or comments about any of the football language in this report, then you can contact us here at admin@languagecaster.com.
지금 여러분은 languagecaster.com을 듣고 계십니다.
Okay, let's take a look at how the 2022 World Cup qualification process is going, and we'll look at some of the good stories for some of the countries involved in matches from this week. Let's start by looking at the CONCACAF's octagonal qualification group, where of course 8 teams are involved, and it started well for Mexico, who have set the early pace. You can check this phrase on our forum, by the way. They're leading by 3 points from the USA and Canada, but more importantly, they are 6 clear of 4th place. So look on course to qualify directly for the Qatar finals next year. It's been good too for both Germany and Denmark, who became the first 2 sides to make it to the finals. The Germans were actually the first to do so, but the Danes have won all 8 of their qualifying games, scoring 27 times, and they've yet to concede a goal. I wonder, after their Euro 2020 semi-final performance, whether they might be dark horses next year. It was also a good international break for 2 of the British sides, Wales and Scotland, who now have playoff places in their sights, that's in their own hands, after wins in the Faroe Islands and Estonia. Okay, in the Asian qualifying section, the 2 groups are starting to take shape after all sides have now played 4 games. And it was a good week for Saudi Arabia, who maintained their 100% record after defeating Japan, while the Japanese team then bounced back to defeat rivals Australia 4 days later in a must-win game for the Samurai Blue, who are still in 4th position in their group. Remember that only 2 teams qualify directly for the finals next year. In Group B, Iran and South Korea drew 1-1 and both look fairly sure of qualifying for Qatar 2022.
Você está escutando languagecaster.com.
In CONMEBOL, the South American qualifying section, the big 2, Argentina and Brazil, are still undefeated and look odds-on to qualify for the finals. But one of the other big stories in the qualifiers is about Chile's forward Ben Brereton Diaz, who scored in wins over Paraguay and Venezuela to lift Chile into 6th place and are now only 3 points behind 4th place Colombia. The Blackburn Rovers forward has been a revelation since making his debut in the recent Copa America, and if he keeps scoring on the way to the finals, then this could be a real Roy of the Blackburn Rovers story. Now, in the African qualifying section, Morocco and Senegal have won all 4 of their qualifiers, that's round 2, and so they've made it through to the final round after their recent wins, while Tanzania and Mali remain top of their groups and are hoping to qualify for their first ever World Cup finals.
皆さんは languagecaster.com を聞いています。
Thanks everyone for listening. We hoped you enjoyed our look back at some of the words and phrases from the recent 2022 World Cup qualifiers. Drop us a line at admin@languagecaster.com, or of course you can leave a comment in the section below the post here. And of course you can come along to our forum where you can ask or answer any questions you have on football language. Don't forget that there's also a transcript for this report, and of course we have a huge glossary football language here at languagecaster.com. Okay, myself and Damon, who of course is in Tokyo, will be back soon with some more football language. Enjoy all the football this week. Back to club and domestic football. See you soon. Bye bye.